fajitas in the air fryer? No way. Yes way. Watch this. Look at these bad boys. Oh my gosh. That looks so amazing. We're gonna let it cool and let's start the recipe. So, as you just saw, we made some fajitas in the air fryer. It was actually pretty easy and pretty quick. So I got one chopped onion and one big giant chopped green pepper. And I also got my chicken cut up into strips, as you can see. So now we're gonna go ahead and season this. For the chicken, we're gonna add a little bit of oil in there and then our seasoning for the fajita spices, and you can pretty much use whatever spices you want. I'm just gonna put a tablespoon of pepper, a tablespoon of Johnny seasoning salt, a tablespoon of garlic, a tablespoon of onion powder, and a half tablespoon of cayenne pepper to spice it up. So that's what it should look like. We're gonna go ahead and mix this, and I did actually add about a half teaspoon or a teaspoon of paprika, so you can do that as well. But let's get this all mixed together, and then we'll layer it in the air fryer with the rice, and I'll show you how to make the rice next. So it actually mixed up pretty well, and it's covered, so I just use a little baggie. I will use these from time to time so I don't have to get my hands dirty. But look at that. So that's what your chicken should look like, and let's get started on that rice. This is gonna be so amazing. For the fried rice, we are gonna start with about a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half of oil, depending on how big your air fryer is, but you want just enough to kind of coat the bottom. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put in a tablespoon of garlic, tablespoon of onion powder, tablespoon of pepper. We're gonna put a little bit of salt in there, like a half teaspoon of Johnny's salt. And then for this next part, we're gonna add the rice, and then we're gonna add the two liquids that we need. So we're gonna add our rice in. I use about a cup of rice for this. So for the Spanish rice, we're actually gonna use tomato paste, and I'm gonna use just a small can of that. It's a 6-ounce tomato paste, and we're gonna add that in there. And then we're also gonna use 2 cups of chicken broth. You can also use bouillon if you want for this, but chicken broth or bouillon works great. Bouillon, I think, to me, actually tastes more chickeny, so that's what I kind of go for. And then the paste gives it a stronger sauce taste. So we're going to use that and get that going. Okay, so we got all that. Our rice is sitting at the bottom. What we want to do is we want to create a nice layer, just like that. Make sure the peppers and stuff and the onions are in there. So we have our layer now. Now let's add the chicken. The chicken is added, so you kind of want that chicken on top so it cooks. The rice is on the bottom. You got your vegetables in the middle, and then you got your chicken. So let's get it going. We're gonna put our temperature at 400. And so I've done chicken in the past, and it usually takes between 15 and 17 minutes. So we're going to check this at 15 minutes and see how it looks. It's a lot of chicken. I probably got like 1.5 pounds of chicken in here. So we may even need to go up to 20, but 15 minutes usually does this just perfectly. So let's go ahead and get that started. So with about 3 minutes left, we're gonna go ahead and start heating some tortillas, and that way they're gonna be soft. I'm going to actually crisp mine, so I'm going to put a little oil on mine and put them in the air fryer for about 3 minutes and let them crisp up. They'll still be a little soft, but they'll be a little crispy also. So we'll come back in about 15 minutes. That's 7 minutes left, and this is how it's looking. It's looking amazing. We'll kind of give it a little bit of a stir here in another couple of minutes, but you want to keep the chicken kind of on top, and it's cooking away. Preheat or heat up your torts. So about a minute left. We're gonna go ahead and take them out. The fajitas are done. Let's dress up our shells before we put the topping on there. We're letting the fajitas cool a little bit, so we're gonna add tomatoes, jalapeno cheese dip, a little bit of cheddar cheese, and some sour cream to this. You can use whatever you want. So we got them dressed up. Let's get our fajita mix out and let's get these topped. So for this, we're gonna use a spoon. We're gonna make sure we have some chicken and some rice. Oh, look at that. So good. And let's get that on our shell. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. So much sauce. It's going to have so much flavor. And that's it, folks. There you have it. Let's take a bite and try this out. All right, let's go in for the bite. Look at that. How amazing that is. This is better than a restaurant, and this is probably cost me like $10. Enjoy. Thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead and finish these off.